Bo Bush, president and founder of Ozmosi here. And in this video, we'll be covering a little bit about what we do at Ozmosi and why that makes our data offerings so powerful and impactful. So our company is 8 years old. We started out providing consulting services in the pharmaceutical and biotech industry. We are self-funded and have reinvested a lot of our revenue into developing out a data services component to our company. And that data services component has really served us well in improving and enhancing our consulting practice. We are, as a result, probably our primary user of the data. But what's also helped is the consulting side of things has helped to evolve our data and make sure that it is cleaned and ready to address the evolving needs of the marketplace and of our clients in the pharmaceutical and biotech industry. We've recently moved our data services into the finance sector, and those conversations have been super helpful in continuing to evolve our data product. And there are a few new items that I'd really love to go over more. Please catch that in our What's New at Ozmosi video. But these have really sparked a lot of renewed and additional interest in the finance side of things, but also on the consulting side with our pharmaceutical and biotech customers. So I want to talk a little bit how we clean the data and really make it model ready. Again, we are the primary user of our data and it has evolved as a result of that. But another distinction from our competitors is we use a code-based approach for cleaning and preparing our data for that modeling and for those reporting needs. So you can see how messy the data comes in. When we're looking at a company's pipeline, we really need to make sure we're capturing that company properly, right? So this is how it's entered on the left-hand side. In the middle, our code-based cleaning gets that set up really for accurate modeling and reporting and even tying out to the appropriate tickers. So that's going to be important in a minute. I think we're covering close to 1,800 tickers right now. In terms of the products, that's another piece. If we don't get the names right, it could look like there's a list of 20 different products here. In reality, there's only 4. And not only do we clean that down to a nice clean name and value, but we're able to then, once it's cleaned, assign the appropriate mechanism of action. That's a really helpful, important item when we're looking at whether these are novel treatments or maybe an older version of a drug and what that could mean in terms of the value and the innovation for the given companies we're looking at here. A little bit about the data. We collect the data nightly and produce that the next day for our customers. We have well over 100,000 trials. I think we're at 120,000 right now. As I mentioned before, we have almost 1,800 ticker symbols, but we cover probably close to 5,000 or 6,000 different companies. A number of those are not public, of course. And tons and tons of data, probably too much. Our biggest complaint is that we have too much data for our customers, well over 130 data elements. We provide some helpful Python Jupyter notebooks that will help folks sort through and get to exactly what they need. Please check that out. And we have a couple of other videos on how to use our data in the investment side of things. And we'll walk you through some of that. And of course, when you're back testing our data, we'll share with you those notebooks so that you can get right to business of making sure that our data meets your investment strategy. But back to the data, again, nightly pushes, but we've got that for the last 20 years. We have every version of each of these clinical trials. So you have more than 1 million records here covering well over 10,000 products, over 4,000 disease areas. We've got all the data needed for your modeling needs and understanding pipelines of the companies you're investing in. So please do check out those other videos on how to use our data for analyzing the different companies and your different investments. And thank you.